So Pat got to meet his idol, and I just found out about it. I know everything except like the big deal.
Okay, so and you had a question about like how this all happened, how
Yeah,
this
how to hook up.
came to be. And I think that that's a really good question. So everything in my life comes down to a relationship, right? And you're just curious how I got the job and what that relationship is, right? So in this particular situation, it came from Cisco Adler, who is someone that I've known who's sort of been in my life for over a decade. He's Lou Adler's son. Lou Adler owns the Roxy and the Rainbow Room, and watches Laker games with Jack Nicholson. He's that guy at the Laker game. You know who Lou Adler is?
No. I
He's
do now. You just told me.
I think he was a producer. Okay, so he has two sons, Nick Adler and Cisco Adler. So the funny part about this story is Nick Adler was Hypercrush's first manager.
Okay.
He ran the Roxy, so we used to practice at the Roxy, the club on Sunset.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we used to actually do band practices because our manager ran the Roxy. So Cisco Adler's Nick's younger brother, right?
Yeah.
Now, he was in a band called Swayze, and we used to perform with them. And I actually heard stuff like they didn't really like us or whatever, so we performed with them a lot, and they were a part of this Malibu community, right? And all the Malibu people, and there was a company called Sicky Dicky, and they would do the shows, they would promote the shows, and he was friends with John and Skylar, who actually later became the governor of Malibu, or tried to, so I honestly, a lot of this shit came through Hypercrush, like, and then you have Aaron and Tall, who, so when we grew up, I don't know, yeah, I was always, I guess you could say that I was like doing shit when I was younger, right? Hypercrush was kind of a thing, and people were trying to, other people who were trying to do things would use us to, they would want us to perform at their events or whatever, So that's, and also I think once you do something that's sort of successful, everyone around you is like, oh, he did that. Mm-hmm. I trust him. He was able to do that. Wow. So Hypercrush, I think, gave me a lot of credibility, mm-hmm. and the people that were in my life then see what we're doing with Ridge. And I think it had to start with someone, it had to start somewhere. It started with Aaron Levant, because Aaron was my friend who, he's always paying attention to who's doing what, and then he started Agenda, and Cisco saw everything we were doing because he sees Aaron doing Agenda, and then there's Tall, he's doing the Palms, and you know these people, right?
Yeah, I know of them.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So Veronica had just spent some time with them or something, and that's why she was the one that mentioned it?
No, I just been talking to her about it.
Oh.
But yeah, so that's how this job happened. But the point of this video is that you never know what a relationship is going to become, or how dots are going to connect. And you've seen this.
Yeah, no, it's been very enlightening to me, because I'm a throwawayer of people. I'm like, I don't want to fuck with this person anymore.
Right.
But you're a keeper of people.
I am.
And you've had a lot of exposure through the band and just being an outgoing person.
Yeah. No, but it's interesting because like Oleg earlier today, I guess we had some misunderstanding about the rent, and he thought I was going to give him half off when he went to Ukraine, and I didn't really, whatever. He said, so are we good? And I'm like, I never said that, I never agreed to that. And he's like, oh, okay, whatever. And he just turned his back on me, got really upset, walked away. Like, that's it. He doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to deal with it. He just wrote me off. Like, he's a liar. You know what I'm saying? It's like this kind of, like, I'm good. Like, I don't need any help from anyone.
Yeah.
Like,
fuck you.
Yeah, but that's really bad for you. That's bad for us. We do need help.
I know.
in this world, and we do need relationships, and we do need to lean on each other, and if not just for like some business shit, like just we're people, like to forgive and to.
No, I know it's bad news, man. To because it's your judgment of others. You know, you're like they're no good. They're out of the pale, like they say in this spiritual writing and shit. No one should ever be out of the pale. That's the worst spiritual pride. That's the worst sin you can do. And you're right. The relationships that I've hung on to, and you and everything, even what's his, yeah. It's important for more than all kinds of reasons. Yeah. I see that here. I've learned quite a few things.
Yeah, I don't know where I learned that or how I learned that. But, so yeah, I mean, just, you never know. I think it's always good to work things out and forgive people and share what you're doing with the world. Let's go say hi to Veronica, because I know you guys love her so much.
Oh, yeah, good point. What are you filming? We're having a funny conversation.
About what?
Like, how do you tell someone that is showing you pictures of their kid or something, and you're like, we're using our hands and I'm washing them, like, but look at this. Our clients say all the time, look at this, and you're like, you're slowing me down, and like, I don't really care to see your kid. Do you say, hey Siri, next song? Do you say, I don't want to see your kid, just straight up?
Oh, that's a hard one.
You can't.
You gotta say,
Well, I'm curious.
yeah, that's an interesting one, because people just don't know. They don't realize what they're doing to you.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.